Oh, you're forgetting.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about...
See, they're not so easy to work with after all.
So you're asking what we feel right and what is right?
Yes.
Right?
So when I say to you guys, and I'm looking at you saying lift, Cole, and you do it, and then I say lift again, then you lift more, and I say, yes, that's right. How much is that difference?
200%.
200%.
Wow.
But the truth is, it feels like 200%, but probably the actual movement in a soft palate is about that much. This muscle doesn't move a whole lot. It doesn't move 6 inches. This doesn't move very much.
When you tell them to raise their soft palate a little more, what are you doing? How does it feel? What's going on in there?
Like a bag of sand.
It feels like I'm just like there's an extra yawning sensation. It's like I'm about to take a yawn in there.
Okay, so we're going to take 5 minutes out and do this, because I'm going to help explain space in 5 minutes from this. Here you go. Everyone take your finger and put it on top of your Adam's apple. I want you to swallow. And where does it go?
Up.
It goes down. Let's get this man to a hospital. You may have to, and this is what I have to do, I have to push through the fat folds sometimes to find it. But make sure it's on top of the Adam's apple. Make sure it's on, ladies, I'm sorry, it's a little harder for you. Put it on top of the Adam's apple and swallow. Where does it go? The answer is up. Anyone know why it goes up?
Gets out of the way.
You may be saying it, I can't hear, but the reason it goes up is so when you swallow, it blocks off the opening. So we're going to use very, very basic terms to make this understandable. Essentially, you have a windpipe and a food pipe. There's a pipe where all the air moves through, which your larynx is housed in, which your vocal folds sit inside your larynx. And then you have the food pipe, which all the food goes down. So we don't want food to go down the windpipe, correct? We've all been there before where you drink water and you have to cough it up. So one of the functions of the larynx is it goes up in the throat to block off the windpipe, right? Now this is where it gets interesting. Everyone put your finger there again. The count of 3, taking a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, go. Where does it go? It goes down. Now, here's what I want you to do. Keep it there. Just stay there. I want everyone to sing, ah, but make sure it's on top of your larynx, your Adam's apple. Here we go. Where did your Adam's apple go? Did it go up?
Yes.
Most of you felt it go up. So it goes up when you swallow to block off the opening where the air leaves or comes in, and it goes up when you sing. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing. So now when we just took it a quick breath, where did the larynx go? It went down, but something else happens. Let's do it one more time. Something else happens up in here on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. It went down, and what it went up?
Soft palate.
The soft palate lifted. The soft palate lifted. Now let's connect the dots here. If the larynx gets high in the throat, what do you think the soft palate is doing? Coming down. If the larynx is staying down or relaxed, what do you think the soft palate is doing?
Staying up.
Staying up and lifted. Space is the distance. Every time you hear your director say, sing with more space, including you guys, it's the distance between the position of this thing and the soft palate. That's where resonance is created in the vocal tract. The difference between where the position of your larynx is and the soft palate. So if I were to demonstrate it, that's larynx coming high in the throat and soft palate coming down. Sorry, it's still early. I'm maintaining the space that way. So I want everyone to take your hands and do this. So I want you to go, go. Now we're going to go, we're going to open it up as we go up. Here we go. Put your finger on your Adam's apple. Do the with the space. Here we go. Do it the other way. You feel the difference in the movement of the Adam's apple? So if you're fighting sort of movement of larynx in your throat, then you're going to be fighting with consistent singing space in your individual voice. And as you go high, the reason I have us go, the larynx naturally wants to go high in the throat. That's what it wants to do. Your biology says it will go high in the throat as a natural reflex like it does when it swallows. But as singers, we have to train it to stay down, and we do that by just with singing with more space. So in these guys in particular, what I'm hearing is just that movement of larynx, and which also means movement of soft palate. It's not about the larynx, it's about the soft palate. But you can't feel the soft palate, but you can monitor and feel the position of your larynx. That's why I spend time here, is because it directly correlates with what's happening up here. So does that give a little bit of a clear as mud explanation? Okay.